Good evening. Welcome to the February 11th meeting of the Central Valley School Board. It's our work session. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pam, can we have roll call, please?
Mr. Ambrose,
Here.
Mr. Annaline,
Here.
Ms. Belcastro,
Here.
Mrs. DeCenzo,
Here.
Mr. McDonald,
Here.
Moab,
Here.
Mr. O'Neill,
Here.
Mr. Ross,
Here.
Mr. Bloom.
Here.
Thank you.
At this time, we'll have a presentation by the Build Fly Code Club.
Mrs. Park.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry, I thought I was second.
Would like to introduce to you a new club that we've been piloting here at the high school. It's a unified Build Fly Code Club. So some of you are familiar with our unified bocce team and our unified track and field team. This is a similar project. However, we're building, coding, and hopefully flying drones instead. So Ms. Law, Mr. Antonelli, and Mr. Fiedler, three of our high school teachers, have agreed to take on this project to get that implemented. We're in our first year, so it's all very new, but I'm going to turn it over to them so they can let you know a little more about what they're doing.
How are you?
Hi.
So we just started the program. The BVIU offered the program. They let us borrow the drones. We have 10 drones now. We can borrow them for, what was it, up to 6 months? Where'd we go? Mr. Antonelli's hiding back there. But we can borrow them up to 6 months. But if none of the other schools are interested in doing this, we can keep borrowing them. So for right now, there's no other schools in the area that are interested, so we can keep borrowing them until they need some of them back. Right now, we have 23 kids that are coming to our club and learning how to build the drones, which they thought was going to be very, very easy. But it took me and Mr. Antonelli over 2 hours to build one. So it's very, very time consuming. So, and they're learning how to work together. So if they get stuck on one section, they can work with their partners to learn how to do other things. And we just now started getting ready to build the drone, to fly the drone. So it's taken some time. So they're going to demonstrate how to do it, but these guys have to in the front have to have safety goggles on. So if you guys want to pop the goggles out,
Are you serious?
Just to be safe.
just to be safe. Anytime they're flying, they're supposed to have safety goggles on. Yeah, you can grab some too and pass them out on the other side.
Wow, I was gonna wear my glasses.
We also are going to be attending a competition on April 8th where they go and compete with other schools, because not only is a program about learning how to build drones, but also how you can use them in different situations where they can compete and fly them through obstacles, because they're going to code them. So they have to work together to see what codes need to change here and there to make the difference in there. And then also they can use it for real life things where they get a scenario where there's a fire in a certain area. They have to figure out how to fly their drones to drop chemicals to put out the fire. So it's all kind of different things to put together. So Mason, you want to go ahead and put that down on the floor in the middle?
Go ahead.
Mason's going to show you.
Watch the wires.
Yeah.
We have limited flying hours at this time, so.
I apologize. It's probably going to be a little off. Just a little demonstration of what it can do.
Oh, no.
You didn't hit this.
Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and connect it.
The internet in here. Netflix.
It turned off down there. We might not be able to show you because you want to go check
Yeah.
and see if it's turned on up there.
Watch it, bro.
Promise you, we were flying them in the classroom a little bit ago.
This room.
With all new things until we get all the kinks worked out. But we have seen a positive impact on the kids coming together. It is all boys right now. We would hope that over time some girls would join. It's just me and the girl factory there. But
The light's blinking.
it is very positive because we see the relationships outside of the drone club too connecting. It's not, it's staying red. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. Guys. Great technology.
Huh?
We'll come back after we get some more flying hours.
And that way you guys can see it, but,
You guys just get these just recent?
we've had them for a couple weeks now, putting them together, but they come in little parts. This.
Yep.
Put it all.
Yeah, they have to put them together. That's part of the working together to learn how to each other's skills. But like I said, we got more time to practice. But thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for setting this up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where did they get these from, she said? They could. Who has?
Okay, why with the battle of Monongahela.
Yeah, there you go. Mr. Reese,
This is another group.
Mr. Reese is going to speak on History Club that he's running at Todd Lane and with some of his students.
So started history club last year because each year, each generation, it seems like our history's dying out. People are forgetting it. I approached Ms. Sherry Balashari, one of the fifth grade teachers, about starting a history club so we could teach especially Western PA history. There's a lot of history in the development of our nation that was in our side of the country that seems to be forgotten. So in my travels this summer, going to different locations, I stopped at the Braddock Battlefield History Center in Braddock and was talking with their manager there and showing them the diorama Fort Necessity we did last year. He mentioned that they had a diorama competition. So last year we studied the French Indian War. This year we started looking into the Revolution in our area. And these 4 students were part of club last year. We're familiar a little bit with the French and Indian War. So we chose them to represent the club and the school in a competition where, it's our first year, no idea what we were walking into, found a few pictures on YouTube. So we made this using some pieces from last year's project. They took People's Choice first place and we lost by 1 point for judges. We got some plans coming together so we can win next year if we're able to do it. But they're going to give you a little presentation about it, which we're going to require last year. We just kind of threw it together this year. Threw it out there, see where things lay, and then now we have a game plan. We saw what was there. Mr. Nagy represented the school that day when they presented all of them. So you got to see firsthand everybody's designs. We got a couple pictures from that, but not up on the presentation, but you four ready? All right.
My name is Maya Poborski. I'm in 5th grade in Midterm Plains Farm. Hi, my name is Claire Henry. I'm in 5th grade in Mr. Hi, my name is Kaylee Miller. I'm in 5th grade studying Mr. Burton's class. Hi, I'm Austin Nagy. I'm in 5th grade. I'm in Miss Sampson's class. There were 3 sides to this conflict. There were for the English or the UK. They had the American militia, who consists of the colonials or people in the 13 colonies. And then we had the British regulars, who were paid by the government and trained a lot more than the militia. We had the Native Americans or Indian. We had the Ottawa and Shawnee tribes. Then we had the French. We had the French regulars, who were the same thing as the French regulars, just fine for French force. Then we had the French militia. Some key players were General Braddock, a British leader, our beloved first president, George Washington, Daniel Leonard de Bourgeois, a French leader, and Chinggis, a Beaver County Native American. The Battle of Monongahela featured historical figures like George Washington, Thomas Gage, General Edward Braddock, Daniel Morgan, Horatio Gates, Daniel Boone, and Chinggis. General Edward Braddock was a British Army officer. Daniel Morgan was an American pioneer soldier and politician from Virginia, and Sir John St. Clair was a Scottish soldier and politician.
Washington, commander of Virginia's first Army, first president of the USA. Horatio Gates was a British-born American Army officer and politician who served in the British Army. Daniel Leonard de Bourgeois, a Canadian military officer and colonel regular troops.
Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Gage was a general in the American Revolution. Daniel Boone was an American pioneer and frontiersman. Shingus, he's a very important Delaware chief of Beaver County. British and France were competing for control of the Ohio River Valley, a key trade and military corridor, so they built Fort Duquesne, which is near today's Pittsburgh. To secure the region, Braddock's force of about 2,100 British soldiers and colonial troops advanced through the dense forest and traditional European formations. Near the Monongahela River, they were ambushed by a smaller force of French soldiers and Native American warriors, including the Ottawa and Shawnee tribes.
The location of this battle is near present-day Braddock, Pennsylvania, about 10 miles away from Pittsburgh, also across the river from the Fort Duquesne. Picture on the right shows a picture of present-day Braddock, and the picture of the left is a picture of the Fort Duquesne. In the Monongahela River, the attackers used guerrilla-style tactics, firing at British fighters were unprepared for. British troops panicked, officers were easily targeted, and formations collapsed. Finally, after 3 hours of intense combat, Braddock was shot in the lung, possibly by one of his own men, and effective resistance collapsed.
Role of George Washington. George Washington, the young colonial officer, served as an aide camp, organized the retreat, and gained valuable military experience that later influenced his leadership in the American Revolutionary War. Results and significance. The British suffered heavy casualties, over half of their force. The French retained control over Fort Duquesne until 1758. The defeat exposed weakness in British tactics in North America warfare. It engaged Native American alliances with the French and slowed British expansion westward. The battle shaped future military strategies by highlighting the need to adapt to terrain and unconventional fighting.
Why it matters. The Battle of Monongahela was a turning point early in the French and Indian War, demonstrating that European-style warfare that was ineffective in the American warfare and influencing how future conflicts in North America were fought.
So construction, the students actually assembled the entire frame. I cut everything for them, so they operated hand drills, drilling the holes in there. The trees we made last year. Austin, why don't you hold up the example underneath the table? I'll let them explain how we assembled with the foam and why we chose the white foam and the spray foam. So which ones? Explain that.
So we used the foam underneath to make sure that the spray foam would move well over top of it, and then we used the spray foam to make sure that the trees would stay in. So we would just put
The big thing is we wanted everything to be reused each year, so we didn't have to make everything new. We'd add some stuff in between. Students painted and then positioned everybody in there. There. It's kind of tied into their field trip last year. We had the opportunity to take, I think it was 18 or 20 students to Fort Necessity. So they saw where George Washington surrendered. The only surrender he actually had, and just so happened, was on July 4th. They also, on the right-hand side in the top corner, is a picture of Braddock's grave. Then they removed his remains from the grave, which was part of Braddock's Road. And I'll let one of them tell you why. He was buried in the row. And they put him in the monument. So who wants to take that one?
So the reason they buried him in the road is because they didn't want the French to find him, and they were probably gonna disrespectfully use his body for victory trophies and stuff. And it took actually a while to find his body, but after they did, they moved it to a more traditional grave.
So at the field trip, the students not only saw the fort, saw his grave. They saw Jumonville Glen, where the first official battle of the French Indian War happened. They saw the start of a real First World War. But they actually got to walk a portion of the road through the hills and trees, just the same ground that George Washington and Daniel Boone walked. And so they got to see that in person. And then it all stemmed, the grave from the Battle of Monongahela and Braddock's defeat. So.
Thank you for coming here today. I hope you learned about the Battle of Monongahela.
Very
Good.
So congratulations to the four of you on your success. Your hard work, your dedication, and your creativity really has represented Todd Lane well. So in recognition of your success, I'd like to present each of you with a medal for winning the People's Choice Award. So congratulations.
Watch her grow up.
Oh, guys, nice.
Thank you, Mr. Reese.
You guys want to look at it or? a little around or-
I want to.
Yeah.
Not on camera, but I guess I will. That's fun.
Look, didn't George Washington stop at West Albuquerque and basically have a little fling with Queen Aliquippa?
Every year they pick a different country or history.
Yeah, for a history club last year, we started the French and Indian War. This year, we're looking at the Revolutionary War, and then next year, we're looking at
Specific
civil.
to the Pittsburgh.
Yes, we're focused on, this Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh area.
Are these the only four in the club?
We have 20 on the roster. These four we selected for this because they went through the French and Indian War. They're familiar with it. Next year, we got a little game plan to start them. Couple. Yeah. But this is the first year, we just used for the whole thing, for experience with it.
And you'd like to spray that on.
I don't know what you guys called it. Thanks for the history lesson. I thought it was actually-
You guys did it. Good job. Thank you so much. Absolutely does.
Yeah. Well, I think, Fort King was down at the point, they had it traced out, Fort Pittsburgh, that, put on top. Track before Fort.
Both groups.
And all the roads, that's Forbes and all that. I mean,
History minor.
So was I.
and it was that Fort.
History teacher first. I switched.
Yeah, it's all.
One professor was like the foremost expert in the Battle of Gettysburg.
It's where Duquesne is, was actually Camp Album, so.
Science professor.
For you, sisters.
One book of Gettysburg.
And
Professor.
Camp Album, so.
He did the Civil War. Great job. You were there.
Good job, guys.
Thank you, guys.
I love that.
Thank you.
history teachers, we did. Sorry. Good kids through the whole field that Mr. Reese is. That right, he is amazing.
Thank you.
He treats his kids, kids like their.
Did a very nice job.
Thank you. Still in these truck shelf in again. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thinking, Dawn.
Huh?
Nice. Thank you.
Project like that is.
You'll be, I got it right there.
Nobody ever wants to stay.
Family after meeting, huh?
In Monaca.
Okay, revision.
I'll go, executive session.
Oh, I thought you forgot about me.
Yes, I did. I put it in there, see?
Once.
Let's talk to the audience.
Used to.
Board held an executive session immediately prior to tonight's meeting to discuss personnel matters and to receive information. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. We have no more public, so. We'll be looking to approve the combined work voting session minutes from January 14th, 2026 meeting. Moving on to the treasury report, Mr. O'Neill.
Following bills and reports are submitted for approval. Underpaid bills confirm the January 2026 general fund payment in the amount of $3,503,611.52. Number two, to confirm the January 2026 cafeteria fund payment in the amount of $18,865.02. And we did not have a construction fund payment in January. B, to approve the January 2026 Berkheimer report.
Thank you, Joe. Agenda items. We'll be looking to approve the 2026-2027 Central Valley School Calendar. Number two, we'll be looking to approve the articles of agreement between the Beaver County Career and Technology Center in the 14 participating districts. Number 3, we'll be looking for a motion to adopt resolution 2026-09, Board of School Directors authorizing the filing of the required municipal statement of revival with the Pennsylvania Secretary of the Commonwealth, the issuance of a certificate of revival, the Beaver County Special School Authority, to be retroactively revived for an additional term of 50 years. Number 4, motion to authorize the execution and filing of the district's municipal statement of revival. And number 5, a motion to appoint Mr. Ross as the district's representative to the Board of the Beaver County Special School Authority. Negotiation items, Mr. McDonald.
No items for today.
Thank you. Education, Ms. Belcastro.
Number 1, to approve, confirm the release time staff development request. In the chart, in the first column, you see the conference or the location. Middle column, those individuals who will be attending. And in the third column, the dates for those. Number 2, to approve an agreement with the Watson Institute to enroll a student in the Watson Institute Social Center for Academic Achievement, WISCA Swickley program for the 2025-2026 school year at the cost of $65,219 per student. Number 3, to approve updates to the high school program of studies for the 2026-2027.
Thank you. Technology, Mr. Moad.
Just one item, and it will be to approve Total Technology to buy back the used iPads and laptops as part of the established Apple technology equipment cycle. Mr. I. Miller, I believe, about $235 per iPad, I think it was, and
I believe it's $540 per laptop.
$540 for the MacBook, higher than we did the previous time. And that will be, what's budgeted is a low end of what we can possibly get back. We'll probably possibly get more, so.
Good. Thank you. Athletics, Mr. Ross.
One, to approve following middle school sponsors for the middle school intramural bowling for the 2025-2026 school year, up to 100 hours at $12 per hour. Center lanes, 9 weeks, beginning of March through end of April. 1 day per week, that'll be determined either on a Tuesday or a Thursday. Your sponsors would be Gianna Palladini and Anna Circle.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. Extracurricular, Mrs. DeCenzo.
Number 1, to approve the following individual and stipends pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances for the Central Valley School musical presentation. So there's 3 columns. One lists the presentation, the employee, and then the stipend for the musical. And then there's just an FYI for the field trip. And on the chart, there's a destination, the group's purpose, and the date.
You. Building and grounds, Mr. Analine.
To approve and confirm the following building usage requests. You could see there on the chart, the building and the organization, the date and the purpose.
Thank you. Personnel, Mr. O'Neill.
Number 1, to approve the resignation of Maria Morris, paraprofessional, effective January 23, 2026. Number 2, to approve the resignation of Laura Zemchik, professional, effective February 6, 2026. Number 3, to approve a maternity leave for employee ID number 1761, middle school teacher, from on or about April 24 through on or about October 29, 2026. Number 4, to approve a maternity leave followed by an FMLA for employee ID number 1926, elementary teacher, from on or about April 7, 2026 through on or about May 29, 2026. Number 5, to approve the resignation of Melissa Hunter, high school teacher, effective January 29, 2026. Number 6, to approve the unpaid leave of absence for employee ID number 1704, paraprofessional, from January 5, 2026 until on or about April 21, 2026. 7, to approve FMLA for employee ID number 1011, custodian from January 5 to on or about March 29, 2026. Number 8, to approve an unpaid leave of absence for employee ID number 1956, a paraprofessional from March 5, 2026 until on or about March 18, 2026.
Anything else, Mr. McCreary? on that?
Nothing else.
Finance, Mr. Ambrose.
Nothing at this time. How about you, Ms. Sedek? Anything?
Nothing.
Okay, thank you.
I would like to thank Gavin Crivelli. He was a former student here. He and the Pre-Law Society at Robert Morris University donated about 12 backpacks to students who may be affected by homelessness or other students who may have need for some of those personal items. So we appreciated that. And like to thank the high school for a great National Honor Society induction last night. It was excellent.
Thank you. Okay, from the high school. Kovacan.
As you are aware, at the end of January, our district needed to provide virtual learning to all of our students across the district. So I want to take this time to give credit to our staff. What they delivered far exceeded what we saw in neighboring districts around the county and the surrounding counties. They provided this instruction, so we really didn't miss a beat, especially starting a new semester at the high school. So we were quite proud of what they were able to accomplish during that week that we had that virtual instruction. As Ms. Hicks mentioned, we held our National Honor Society induction ceremony last night. So thanks to Ms. Jones and Ms. DeZumba for planning this special evening for our students and families. We had exactly 50 students that were inducted to the National Honor Society last night. Looking ahead, our school counselors have been busy planning a career day that will be held at the end of the month on February 27th in the high school. A parent scheduling night and an NCAA informational night will be held on March 3rd and March 10th respectively. Dr. Hartzell really spearheaded this effort to provide these two parent nights that will help, I think, with the scheduling process come later in March for parents, and also provide a lot of information to our student athletes as they begin to decide what courses they're going to take and what path they're going to take the next school year. And lastly, High School Musical Freaky Friday will be held March 5th through 7th, and we hope to see you all there. Thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Dahl.
Good evening, everyone. A lot of things happening at the middle school. First and foremost, we've been celebrating Kindness Month during the month of February. Each morning, we have morning announcements, a daily email, challenges for our kids to promote kindness and recognize those individuals with little rewards and things throughout the week. Special kudos and recognition to Mr. Baggio and Mr. McLaughlin, who has our life skills running their first ever cooking and coffee club program. So on Thursdays, they'll send out a Google form earlier in the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, send out a Google form for staff to order coffees. And then the kids will go in on Thursday morning. They'll prepare everything, go around, collect the money, do the budgeting, all the financings and books. So that's up and running really good. Great experience for the kids. For the first time, we have a drama club down at the middle school under the direction of Mrs. Katkich. We just sent 4 students to Pittsburgh and participated in the Shakespeare monologue and scene contest. And our 4 girls did a fantastic job representing us. Just recently this week, we have our MTSS, which Mr. Sansonetti oversees, and working with our teachers and identifying barriers for some of our struggling students with both academics and behaviors. So we had our reoccurring meeting to update those plans and try to provide some different sources and things to help those kids that are still struggling as they move through the year. And lastly, this Friday, we have our annual Valentine's dance. So we're looking forward to all of the kids coming and dancing this Friday and enjoying Valentine's weekend. Any questions for the middle school? Thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Braden.
evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So first, a big congratulations to Mr. Luke Walker for an excellent winter concert. Participation in our chorus and band concert has soared in recent years, and it truly was a great show. So I hope that some of you were able to make it. Our February Kids Heart Challenge has kicked off. One of our building subs has stepped up to take the lead. Mr. Jared Harden is going to be taking the lead on this program along with the assistance of Mrs. Young. And there's a heart on the wall in our lobby where students have been posting ways that they like to keep their heart healthy. So it's a great start. Jerry Pilata, he's the author of the Who Would Win books. It's like kind of animal versus animal. They're very interesting. They're nonfiction books that a lot of the kids are enjoy. He virtually visited Todd Lane on Friday, February 6th. So the students were allowed to ask him questions and it led to some great discussions. We recently celebrated National School Counselor Week, so I'd like to take a moment to thank all of our school counselors here at Central Valley, but a special shout out to Mrs. Hiltz. We are very excited to have her at Todd Lane already. Her dedication and her support of both the students and the staff has been wonderful, and we're very proud to have her on our team. And then finally, Mrs. Hiltz is taking our fifth graders to visit BizTown next week. So the students are going to be running companies, they're going to be buying and selling products, conducting city hall functions, and so on. So this is a really great opportunity for our students, and we're very excited. Questions for Todd Lane? Thank you.
Thank you. Aaron?
Good evening. I have some information from Mrs. Kusanovich, who was unable to be here today. She wanted to let everybody know that at Center Grange, we started our Warrior Wednesday groups today. Those are groups to help support students with social and emotional needs. Our teachers fill out screeners to identify any of those students who need that additional support. Also started new Amplify reading intervention groups yesterday to support students identified in needs for foundational reading skills. On January 22nd, our kindergarten teachers had their annual Kings and Queens Royal Parade. They celebrated learning the letter sound Q and words with QU, among other sounds. They're going to be working on their iPad handout with second grade tomorrow and Friday. So new iPads are being distributed to students. Mrs. Kusanovich and I also held last week 2 different early intervention parent meetings for parents who have students who are going to be enrolling in kindergarten for the fall of 2026 who have identified special education needs. We do anticipate a large number of students enrolling with us, and we did have a good parent turnout. So we're hoping that that'll help get everybody situated to identify needs and help plan for a smooth transition for those students. And speaking of kindergarten, our pre-registration is live on the website. Currently have 127 kindergarten students pre-registered, and that registration will take place at Center Grange between March 11th and 13th. And finally, on Friday, we'll have our Valentine's Day party for all of the students at Center Grange. With regard to special education, we have lots of new things going on with bocce. We have one of our bocce teams has made it to the regional playoffs, which will be held on February 18th at Blackhawk High School at 3:30. We also are starting up our middle school bocce rotations. We'll be hosting at Central Valley Middle School on March 4th. And we have and on the gifted end of things, we have one final competition for academic games in Presidents that will be held next week. That's a reschedule from some of the weather. And we look to have about 10 to 15 students who will qualify for the National Academic Games competition, which is really great. And I want to give a shout out to our gifted department. We have 2 new gifted teachers. So to still have the maintenance of some of these high level competitions and people qualifying for these events is really a testament to how they work together and support one another. So I want to thank all of them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Saccone.
Evening. Last Wednesday, February 4th, we held our annual National Letter of Intent mock signing here at the high school cafeteria. Pleased to announce that we had 9 student athletes that have committed to their respected colleges and universities to play their particular sport. We'll also have another one here in April for anybody else that is signing late. Winter sports regular season has ended. But some of our winter sports teams have found some great success here this winter, and we'll be moving on to the playoffs and MAC championships. Our boys basketball team, as you guys know, received a 6th seed in the WPIL basketball playoffs, and they will play this Friday, February 13th at 7 o'clock. And we will be hosting Highlands. Ticket information is also on the website. For the second consecutive year in a row, our gymnastics teams were section champs. At the WPIL championships this past Saturday, our girls placed second in WPIL by a narrow margin of 1.332. But very proud of their success. Coach Gazda and her staff have done an outstanding job with our girls. Several of our gymnasts earned podium finishes, two in particular in the advanced division. Bria Zalesnik, she was first in the WPIL on beams, and she was our WPIL champion. And in the intermediate division, Peyton Davidson placed first in the WPIL on floor. Our gymnasts have qualified for the PA Classic Championships, which will be held in Huntington High School on February 20th and 21st. Our wrestling team made the playoffs, but lost in the first round of the WPIL playoffs. Their sectionals are this Saturday at Keystone Oaks, and WPILs will be the following weekend, then regionals the following weekend after that. I do anticipate with a couple of our wrestlers advancing all the way through there and into the state championship. And lastly, our swimming team will compete in the MAC championships this weekend. We should have some individuals qualify for WPIL individual swimming championships on February 26th and 27th. That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Drymiller.
Our big task over the next several weeks is my team, working with the building principals, have developed a schedule to roll out 2,200 iPads to the students. And then we have another 200 laptops and iPads to hand out to the staff. Our goal is to get that done over the next 3 to 3.5 weeks. And then we have 3,000 pieces of equipment we need to pack up and ship out of here by the end of March.
Thank you.
Okay.
McCurry.
Just two things. Echoes what Mr. Vakovican said, but speaking for the district, I want to thank our teachers. We had a whole week of virtual learning. I had many comments, parents that I've ran into in the public, couple calls and email, specifically with how well our staff worked with our lower level students. I had a couple calls on Mrs. Litzinger. I got to give her a shout out. What a great job she did with the kindergarten students and keeping them on task, working hard, doing the things they need to do. And as Mark said, I don't think we've missed a beat in 4 days due to the weather. So our staff really did a great job in keeping our educational process moving forward during that time. As all of us know, this was a difficult time with the weather. I want to just commend Tim Hill and his staff for what they did to keep our buildings safe, get our buildings back open, from plowing snow to salting to moving snow, and then doing it all again tomorrow and all again the next day. And we were in, sub-zero temperatures. So they really worked hard. I just want to give them a shout out on the job that they did and thank them for their commitment. That's all I got.
Board member comments. Mr. Ross.
Yeah, a lot of kudos out tonight. I'll tell you, a lot of good things are happening here, and first I'd like to congratulate the teachers and the administration and the students that were here tonight for their presentation. It's a shame we couldn't see the one for the drones, but I'm sure down the road we'll see it. But they seem like they have a good handle on what they're doing and putting it together. So congratulations to them. And obviously, what's happening with our athletics, a lot of our programs are going on to for a higher spot in the WPIL right now. And kudos go out to our coaches, the players, and the parents that, they put a lot of time into their kids also, getting them extra work and what have you. So congratulations to them. And just a lot of good things, and congratulations to the people that made it to the got the honor roll last night. That's a great accomplishment also, And I think a lot of good things are happening around here, you know, it starts at the top, and I gotta commend you, Mr. McCreary, on the job you're doing to coordinate and get everything together and making things happen in a positive direction here.
No one else?
I'd just like to say about the remote learning, I think the experience everyone gained through COVID shows now, the teachers, the technology people, and even the students' adaptability to doing this it's pretty impressive. I know firsthand from my wife's experience, like she had a great week that week with her students staying on task and staying engaged. So that was great. And then also I want to commend Mrs. Jones and Mrs. DeZumba Rubb for the NHS program last night. They sponsor that every year. It's always a wonderful event. It's great to see how many students earn that and the things they do to get there. And I learned something last night. I heard from a few students, I heard they were tax certified. I didn't know what that meant. So I asked Sean afterwards, and they're actually certified to do people's taxes. So people come into the school and do their, I didn't know that. So it's pretty impressive.
Stallone has a club that we offer to senior citizens mostly that they can bring their taxes in. Our group of students will, do the calculations, and in about a week or so, they come back in, pick up their taxes. And I'm speaking to this correctly, right, Mark and Laura? Yeah.
They sit down with them and they'll do it.
Go through it with them.
Do it right there with them if they have the time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they can come back and pick them up.
And I mean, to be dead honest, when we started this a few years ago, I didn't know that it would take off, and it's been a great success.
Yeah, that was something new to me.
Yeah.
But it's impressive what our students are doing academically, socially, and just community wise. It's impressive to hear what they do. So it was a good event to be at.
And just a comment, ludicrous comment. I had to drive through here after that big snow that we had, and you had snow everywhere. Next time I came by, that is one huge pile of snow. You must have moved it.
He moved it. Yeah.
Down there by the concession stand.
That's correct.
We may not see that concession stand until July.
That's correct too. Yes. He moved it. Yeah.
So congratulations on cleaning that up. That was a mess.
Yes, it was.
When did you get salt?
We got some salt. We, not gonna say how we got it, but we got it.
Wow. No other board members' comments? I'll take a motion to adjourn. Mr. Ambrose, second, Mr. McDonald. On favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same, motion carried.